Welcome to another episode of the Balancing Hormones Naturally podcast, where we offer actions and steps you can take today to start balancing your hormones naturally. This is your podcast host, Leah Brueggemann. I am a functional diagnostic nutritional practitioner. I am honored and excited to be your guide on your journey to better understanding your hormonal health and how it affects your everyday life. All right, so I feel like it's just major sick season, but I don't actually think it's sick season. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's sugar season, because Thanksgiving is sugar, Christmas is sugar, New Year's is sugar. I don't know if you're anything like my family. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 birthdays in January. I'm talking about like my brothers and nieces and nephews, and Landon's birthday's in January. So I feel like it's just sugar season more so than sick season, but I still want to talk. And you're also traveling, for the holidays, and you're also getting sick with that too. So I wanted to talk about how can we support our immune system, okay? And we're going to be talking about homeopathy. We're going to be talking about supplements to support your immune system. We're going to be talking about free things to support your immune system. And if you have an issue with me talking about products, then this is not the episode for you, okay? I feel like a lot of people would just be like, yes, tell me the homeopathic remedy. Tell me the supplement that I can take to help support my immune system so my kids get sick. But then there's some people that are just like, I don't like it when you talk about blah, 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 blah. So if that's you, then you can keep going and move on. Also, I'm going to start doing something really fun. We're going to actually start this episode. We are going to start reading a review of the week. So I'm going to read a review. And we have some episodes recorded, I think, that are planned on coming out after this one. They're already recorded, so they might not have this, but going forward as I record, we are going to read an episode of the week. I'm so excited about this because basically what you will get for being a reviewer of the week is you get our free recipe ebook, which is full of recipes for supporting your hormones, and it's actually set up to sync with your cycle. So it's like a cycle syncing recipe ebook, which is amazing. Okay, so this should encourage you to go rate and review the show and tell me what your favorite episode was or what your favorite thing was about it. So yeah, go leave us a 5-star review and tell us why you love it. So I'm going to read one, and I'm going to read her handle, and then you have to message me and tell me it's you so we can send you your ebook, okay? This one is just so sweet. So it's from, I'm going to say this wrong, Avionic Goddess, I think. So I hope you know that's your handle. Anyway, it says, Leah's podcast had me hooked immediately. I went back and started listening to episode 1 and pretty much marathoned the rest from there every chance I had, in the car, on walks, to and from work, on road trips, in my office. Her content is so good, and there is so much information that I plan on starting back over at episode 1 and listening again. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. That was my me in the middle. Her choice of guests always gets me excited because they are experts in their field and not just random people with opinions. Leah's respect for the handshake between homeopathy and science is what sealed the deal for me. She's amazing. I love you. So, Avionic Goddess, please message us and let us know this was you, and we'll send you your recipe ebook. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm choking on my words. My favorite part about this is that you get the handshake between the homeopathy and the science, because that's the whole point is, I don't know, bring back the ancient healing and medicine, but also let's look at data as well. So anyways, that was really sweet. Thank you very much for leaving that. If you want to be the reviewer of the week and you want to win a recipe ebook, then go leave a 5-star review and I mean, I'm assuming you like the podcast if you listen to it. So go leave a 5-star review and tell me what your favorite part about the podcast is. And maybe we'll pick you. And it'll be so fun. Okay? So, immunity. So sugar is one of your biggest killers of immunity, which is why most people get sick around the holidays. You're also getting like traveling a lot, so you're getting exposed to new germs, so that's also part of the issue. But the exact number I've seen to be different. I've seen sugar to lower your immune system for 32 or 36, and I've also seen it up to 72 hours. So I think maybe it depends on whether or not you're immune compromised or not. So that's a lot. That's lowering your immune system by a lot, okay? So something simple that you could do to help protect your immune system is not overconsume sugar. And if you're around sick people, just don't eat sugar, okay? No sugar. And I know typically around holidays and birthdays, you're going to eat some. So I would then just prioritize, balancing your blood sugar. So not like pizza and cake and chips. So maybe put some vegetables in there and some protein. Okay. And then an easy way to get your vegetables in is actually algae. Did you guys listen to that episode on algae, biohacking with algae? Yeah, with Catherine. That was like the coolest episode. Okay, it was so much fun, and you guys loved it. I have gotten so many messages from you guys about that episode. I give spirulina and chlorella to Landon. I crush it up in a spoon and give it to him with some applesauce. So that is a great way to get a ton of nutrients in for your little kiddo, and then you can take that as well. We'll make sure algae is linked in the show notes for you guys. I think the code is LeahB. LeahB saves you 20%. But honestly, don't take my word for this. Go listen to that episode and listen to the science on algae, and I think you will be radically impressed with it. So I think you would really, really like it. That's something you can do. Avoiding sugar, sunshine, fresh air, exercise, all great things for your immune system. So it's really hard sometimes when it's freezing cold. So maybe open the windows for a little bit and get some fresh air in. Can you go outside and stand and just you personally get some fresh air and try and get your kiddos to get some fresh air in? What else? Elderberry, you guys. So elderberry is great. There's so many places that have elderberry. You can even make it yourself if you can get elderberry berries. Elderberry berries. Is that how you would say that? Elderberry berries? I don't know. Anyways, I am now going to go on my spiel of health things that I have from Rocasa for your immune system. So I'm so sorry that it's like all Rocasa, but they have really good products. And I really like them. I mean, I spent an insane amount at Rocasa before I reached out to them to get a code for you all. So, Rocasa elderberry tincture, my son takes. If you start to get sick, I actually take like a tablespoon every 2 hours. If you start to get sick, I also take the antioxidant every 2 hours. Antioxidant's a good maintenance one though. So you're taking elderberry, you're taking antioxidant, and these, I'm just talking about their products for immune system. Okay, so I would do that. And then it depends on what kind of sickness you're dealing with. So sinus issues, they have the sinus and headache cream. They also have the baby decongestion. I use that all the time. I cannot recommend making sure you have the lymph cream because your lymph doesn't have a pump. You need to pump your lymph for drainage, okay? So that can be helpful to put on your sinuses. Look up a self-lymph massage because you want to get that moving. And I can't show you because this is audio, so I can't demonstrate it. So do that with the lymph cream. Putting it on your sinuses is really, really great. I find that to be super helpful. They have the earache oil. My little kiddos, it always goes into their ears when they get sick. So highly recommend that. What else? I always use the magnesium cream as well. So the antioxidant, the elderberry, lymph cream, sinus and headache. decongestion. There's decongestion for adults, decongestion for babies, lymph cream, magnesium cream. And then they have the relief. So if you have a really cranky sick person, you'd probably want the relief drops. And then they also have immunity drops. I think I covered 90%. Oh, no. If you get sore throats, you want the sinus and the throat gargle. Ugh, that stuff is so nasty, but it works, especially if you get like a sore throat. So, all things from Rocasa, you can use the code LEAH to save 20% on your first order. Okay. And then if you have already ordered from that, make sure you're on their email list, because they'll do sales, typically like 10-15% off after that. So I always make your first order massive, because you get 20% off. You're going to love it. I haven't had anybody not love their stuff, literally. And then I just wait for sales. That's how I buy my stuff. And then I'm still on my little kid's ears. The other thing that I use, I'm going to say this wrong, Similicin. I'm going to spell this for you, because I am like 90% sure I spelled that wrong, or said that wrong. So it's spelled Similasan, kids ear relief, and that has homeopathy in it. You can get this at your local grocery store typically. It's like $6 or something like that. I use this in their ears as well. So if they start to get anything sinusy, I will do this one time a day, because I know it goes into their ears. So I'm going to be preventative. So I do that. What else do we do? For ears, I think that's it for ears. So we definitely do the lymph. We do the decongestion. I'll do the lymph massage. Earache oil from Rocasa. If they get an earache. Preventative, I do the Similicin. I don't know how to say that, you guys. Earache relief. So I will do that one. I don't really diffuse a ton of immunity blend oils with the little baby, just because like I feel like the scents are really strong, even though like Rocasa has really good oils. But they have like the immunity drops. You can put a little bit on their feet, so that's really good. Do you feel like you are doing a semi-good job at implementing things from this podcast? Or do you feel like it's all great knowledge, but I haven't actually implemented any things? Or do you feel like you have a lot of questions, you just need some accountability, you want it step by step laid out? Then the Hormone Reset Program is for you. It is open for enrollment right now. The Hormone Reset Program is our signature 8-week group program, and this is where you're going to nail your foundations and really start to see incredible differences in your health. So in the Hormone Reset Program, we're going to take you step by step through how to implement your foundations so that you can be consistent and finally start seeing those differences. So a lot of times I'll hear people say, well, how does this work in a group program? That's because everybody needs to work on balancing their blood sugar. Everyone needs to support their liver. Everyone needs to support their gut. Those foundations don't change. You need to learn how to track your cycle. You need to understand your cycle. But a lot of times when you are starting to implement these changes, you go, okay, I have a question. This doesn't make sense. And that is where the group program and the group Q&As and the group calls can really be life-changing for you, because so many times when we start implementing changes, we have questions and then we can't find the answers easily, and then we get frustrated and we quit. Or you start implementing changes and you just go, hey, I just need this accountability of other women doing it with me. Then the Hormone Reset Program is for you. So we have all these training modules for you. You have a Facebook accountability group where you're like, who on earth is that, Leah? That's me, that's Caitlin. We are your coaches, and we are in there answering questions for you every single day. We're looking at your meals. We're helping you tweak your meals. It's 8 weeks, you guys, a gift to yourself to finally truly start seeing a difference and start feeling amazing. So we have had women come out of this with painless periods. They went in with painful periods. We've had women come out with way more stable moods. They came in because they had PCOS, PMDD, and they got their cycle back. They regulated their cycles. We've had so many hormone reset babies, which is so exciting. Women get rid of their bloating, get rid of their hormonal acne, get rid of their hormonal migraines. They've finally been able to lose weight. So if any of these symptoms are resonating with you, then the Hormone Reset Program is, I am sure, a great fit for you. If you go, okay, I am not quite sure, I just encourage you to click on the link in the show notes or just go to leahbrueggemann.com and read the testimonials. Read the stories of the women who have been through this before you. And if you feel like you still aren't sure if this is a good fit for you, please reach out to me personally on Instagram, Leah, Leah_BRUEG, or send us an email through the contact form on the website. We want this to be an empowering decision for you. We want you to feel safe. We want you to feel comfortable. So if you are in any way unsure, please reach out to us. But this is one of the biggest changes that you can make to just start feeling amazing. This is all immune support we're going with here. Mushrooms. I'm obsessed with mushrooms. Okay, so Real Mushrooms has an immunity blend mushroom. My husband takes that, so I would highly recommend that. I personally take AHCC from Quality Life Labs, which I've been taking them for 2 years, 2.5, I don't know, a long time. And they are like an immune intelligence, so they help your immune system no matter which way. There's over 30 clinical trials done on AHCC. Like, I have a whole podcast episode on AHCC if you go back to like the early days, and there's a podcast titled Mushrooms for Balancing Hormones. That's how long I've been taking AHCC, since that episode. Anyways, I hope that we have a link for you guys to get a discount for AHCC. So I get mine from Quality of Life Labs. It's really important that you get them from a place that sources them from Japan, that has the patent, because how the sourcing has a patent on it. So in order to make sure you have the right thing, they have to make sure that they're sourced from that place because they have a patent in. Anything else would not be the actual thing. So I get mine from Quality of Life Labs, and I hope that at the point that we release this, we have a discount to save you money. And if that's the case, it's in the show notes. So check that out and save on them. I take them every day. I double my dose when anybody gets sick. And I actually, I probably should knock on some wood, get sick a lot less than everybody else in my family. But, we still get sick, and that's okay. It's how your immune system builds itself up. My husband will start taking that when sickness starts going around, on top of taking the Real Mushrooms. And then my friends, are obsessed with the Real Mushrooms immune support. They love those things, so also take their word for that. We always have a code for Real Mushrooms. You can use Leah10 to save, and that's always in the show notes. I will take HCC and open the capsule and put it in a drink for my son, Landon. I don't do this for Killian. And then Landon, in his drink, will also get colostrum from Armra. And I know you all just cried a little bit when I said that, because my husband's like, oh my gosh, you take a supplement called beef organs and a supplement that's called colostrum. And I am going to get the founder of Armra on here, because I decided to take colostrum about 3.5-4 months ago, to start taking that because the studies were crazy for gut support and immune system. And yeah, so I'm gonna get the founder on it for you for this particular brand, because this is the particular brand I would recommend. Armra, ARMRA. I unfortunately don't have a discount for you, but hopefully we'll get the founder on and she can share with us about it and she'll give you a discount and that would be awesome. So I put like a half a scoop of that in a drink for him. And then he obviously gets the spirulina, and then my husband will always take spirulina, but he'll up his dosage. I'll up my dosage, but we regularly take that as well. Guys, go listen to the algae episode. And then, okay, that's what we do. And then we do vitamin C. My husband and I will do vitamin C. We do the vitamin C from MitoLife. And I'm pretty sure we have a discount for them. I think we'll make sure it's in the show notes. I want to say it's Leah 15. Someone always said when they buy things for supplements, they just like try different versions of my name with like with a discount code, and I just think it's so funny. And they're like, and typically it works. So I'm glad that we are able to bring those to you because, you know, any bit you can save is awesome. So we use that vitamin C, and I think that's it in terms of like supplements and creams and oils. So now into homeopathy and cell salts. So you need to take a cell salt course or you need to take a homeopathy course because like we could go for days. We could go for days on how these can be useful for you. Because homeopathy and cell salts typically go by symptoms. So let's say you start getting sick and it is like a stuffy nose. You're going to want pulsatilla, okay? Pulsatilla helps with your drainage pathways. If you start getting sick and it's like red spots on your cheeks, it's like, I'm forgetting. See, this is why I have notes. It's either belladonna or ferrum phos. I think the size of quarters is ferrum phos. Okay, and then let's say your sickness starts with a fever, then, you know, maybe you're going to be taking Bryonia alba and or gelsemium. So I just go get a book on homeopathy for sickness. It's probably, I mean, I think mine was like $7. It's very cheap, okay? Go get that, okay? And then start stocking up on your sickness preventions, okay? So you don't want to wait until you're sick to buy stuff, you guys, and you're already sick. That's dumb. Make sure that you are prepared, okay? So start slow and build up your collection. So I build up my collection during sales. I have like an apothecary, and I didn't get it in one day. It took me like 2 years, okay? Especially for stuff that doesn't have an expiration, like homeopathy. So homeopathy, highly recommend that. You can also get that at your local health food store. It's typically cheaper online from like just like a homeopathy place. Celatech is a great one, place to get it. And so in cell salts, you can get them from the same place. Cell salts are different than homeopathy, but go get your homeopathy book for sickness, okay? And then build up your homeopathy collection. You want to have it in need, okay? And then you want to buy your Rocasa on a sale or use my code and stock up then. And then maybe during another sale, you're going to, you know, stock up on your mushrooms because they typically have sales. You use the code. Okay. Do you see where I'm going with this? Don't buy it all tomorrow. Just build up as you go. And then I love tinctures. There is like herbal tinctures. I am blanking on this lady's name. Anyway, there's a lot of like small shops that sell herbal tinctures. So like just go on Instagram, honestly, and you will find you'll find a bunch of different like herbal tincture people. And I love skullcap to have on hand. Skullcap's good for respiratory things. What is the one for skullcap? Not rooted. Skullcap is for respiratory. Mullein is for respiratory. So I like to have like tinctures like that because they have a much longer shelf life than like supplement herbs. And then I can, again, buy during a sale and keep in my cabinet, my apothecary, So I love those. I love those. The stinky thing about a lot of these small shops in tinctures is that they have launches and then they sell out. And so you have to like just be watching. You can't just like order anytime, which is probably because that you have to actually like make the tincture. So I totally get it, but it's just hard when you're needing to stock up on things. Okay, so tinctures. Okay, what else do you guys need for immune support? You have your mushrooms, you have your homeopathy. Oh, okay. This is another thing that I use for sicknesses, and we're about to jump on the train, okay? So I actually use frequencies. So everything has a frequency. Your body has a frequency, your brain has a frequency, a plate has a frequency. Everything has a vibrational frequency. It's just science. Everybody has it, okay? Now, scientists have been very aware how sound affects human health and the well-being for like a very long time, even like inaudible sound effects, like if you can't hear it. So you can use frequencies so like when your brain waves are exposed to specific frequencies, it can help them change their overall frequencies. So this can be done using binaural beats, two tones played at slightly different frequencies in each ear. So that's one way that's done. It's often used for like arthritis, fibromyalgia, chronic pain. It can be used to reduce pain, improve circulation, promote healing. That's where music therapy like came in. It's a like very powerful sound healing. So there's been a lot of growing evidence about scientific evidence suggesting that sound healing frequencies can be used to treat various health problems effectively. So I actually have some clients use it for mold. You can do frequencies for immune system, all of that kind of stuff. So, and there's even like, for example, 528 hertz frequency is shown to support you emotionally. It has been shown to help reduce stress and anxiety, help improve focus and concentration. So anyway, I just think it's really, really, really cool. And I mean, I use the Rife app, so you can just download it and pay for like a year subscription. Rife should sponsor us. That's another good app that would sponsor us, but it's not sponsored. I just have been using them for years. And I use that for when my kiddos get sick or when I get sick. So they have frequency programs for sinus infections. They have frequency programs for like earaches. So I will do like eustachian tube inflammation. If my kiddos start to get an earache, I'll do it for fevers. I'll do it for energy. Yeah, you just have all sorts of frequencies. So I love that. I love the Rife app. That's the one I use. And I'm sure that you could find them on YouTube potentially, but a lot of times people also then put music behind it as well. And I just want that straight frequency. So I use that all the time. So I know people that have used it for headaches, knee and neck pain, sinus infections, like anxiety, emotions. Like I use it for clients with mold, all that kind of stuff. So it's been shown to be extremely effective, and it's completely safe, and it's awesome. So I just wouldn't like jump into like a frequency, for example, of detox and listen to that all night. That's, not super great, and I don't think your body's really gonna like that, so don't do that. But anyways, what a great thing to add to your life. Okay, so that's all my things for immune support. Obviously don't eat sugar. It's a really big one. Get outside, get fresh air. But then I just gave you a boatload of supplements, and I'm sorry if you're not a supplement person. You don't have to buy them. Don't buy them. But for people that are always asking me, how do you support your immune system? That's what I do. I don't use all that stuff every day. I use AHCC and I use spirulina, and my husband takes real mushrooms, and we do the armor colostrum. But that's it. That's all we do every day until we get sick. And then we have all of the things that we bring in for when we get sick. And that's it. I hope this is helpful. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Balancing Hormones Naturally. If you found this helpful, I would love for you to share it with a friend and post it on your stories and tag Balancing Hormones Naturally podcast so we can get this message out. You can find me on Instagram at Leah_BRUEG, and I would absolutely love to hear from you.